Alright, hello, welcome back. My name is Morty, this is Mildly Gunpla, and today we're looking at a kit that I've been wanting to do for a while. So this is the Meteor unit Freedom Gundam, so it does actually come with a high grade Freedom in it, which I thought it didn't, but it does, so that's pretty cool. So it gives me two Freedom Gundams. I don't know what I'm going to do with two high-grade Freedoms, but whatever. So this one came out in 2004, so it is quite an old kit. And of course, Meteor stands for Mobilesuit Embedded Tactical EnfORcer. So it's the giant thing that the Freedom and the Justice both equipped for the final battle of Yakin Due in Gundam Seed. So let us open this box up to take a look inside. So a lot of stuff in here, but it is still a high grade, so it's not a huge, ridiculous amount. It's a proper book for the booklet instead of your normal brochure for a high grade. And then we've got the Freedom parts, so 2 bags for the parts for the Freedom, and then everything else is part of the Meteor system. So you've got, a whole heap of stuff in here. I'm not going to bother going through every single piece. Just keep in mind that I have a regular adult size hand. This stuff is big. So I'm looking forward to having this all built, but I have no idea where I'm going to put it. Now, I'll figure it out. Anyway, this is what the kit looks like before you build it. So let's jump into the time lapse, and I'll give my thoughts on the end of it, because I have been looking forward to building this ever since I first saw it on the shelf, like at the beginning of the year, but I could never really justify the cost of a thing. I don't know why I spent $400 on a perfect grade, but anyway, this is a kit I've wanted for quite a while, and so I'm really looking forward to building it. So let's jump into the time lapse, and I'll see you guys on the other side for my thoughts. Alright, so that is the Meteor unit. I did not build the Freedom Gundam that comes with it, because I just wanted to really build the unit more than anything. So I'll take this guy out, because I actually quite like the look of it without the Freedom Gundam in it. So I'll collapse it back down to what it should be, right? So well, the non-Mobilesuit version, I guess. So you've got these little nubs on the top here, and they just have little slots in there. So pop that open and click into place. And then these ones here have similar marks on the side of, on the top and bottom of the part where the Mobilesuit goes, and they fit in kind of like, they meant to fit in like this, but it doesn't want to do it at the moment, because of course it doesn't, because I'm filming. Oh. Yeah, so there's a little bit, so that one worked perfectly. Why does the other side not want to do it? That's the question. Oh, there we go. No. That one. There we go. There we go. So the part did fall off. It's not a majorly important part. It's primarily cosmetic, if I'm honest. But the unit looks super cool just like that. But it also takes up a ridiculous amount of space. So keep in mind the mat underneath it is an A4 cutting mat. So it's a little bit over 30 centimeters in length. And this guy dwarfs it. It's a good 10 centimeters or more. So it's close to half a meter in length. I have absolutely no idea where I am going to put this behemoth. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused as to why I bought it and why I built it now, because I have nowhere to put it. But at the end of the day, I really quite like the kit. Like, it looks really cool. The build was quite fun. Like, I always quite enjoy these larger builds, which is why I quite like the Mega Gundam kits, because they give me that larger build to work with. And yeah, this one just looks super cool. The base is really fun. Like, you can put even just the standard high grade Freedom into it, and it does look really cool. Apparently, you can put the Justice into it as well, but I don't have a standard high grade Justice. I've only got the real grade Infinite Justice. Oh, it just broke my Freedom. There we go. So yeah, I really enjoyed building this kit. It definitely lived up to my expectations of being massive, but also quite interesting. And while the Meteor units only really show up for like maybe max 10 minutes worth of screen time in the entire Gundam Seed anime, they're super cool kits and they're super cool units, and the concept behind them is really interesting. Now, I did put these on, so the deeper part here goes to the top, and it adds a good, right, there's the base there, there's 30 centimeters there, and you're looking good 35 centimeters on top of what is already like 45 centimeters long kind of kit. So you're looking at what, 80 centimeters? It's close to a meter in length. It's ridiculous. This kit is absolutely massive. But if you didn't have one, you're wanting something big and bulky to really kind of like build up your space of kits, then actually get this kit. It's really fun. For an old high grade, it's surprisingly well built and designed. There's not a huge number of like overly obvious nub marks for a builder like me who likes to one snip. And yeah, it was a really fun little build. I put it together in the course of one movie. I was watching Battle Angel Alita, and I managed to finish it in the entire thing. Of course, if I'd built the Freedom Gundam that comes with it, it would have taken a bit longer, but I didn't. So yeah, the whole Meteor unit alone, without the Freedom Gundam, is easily a high tier, high grade. It's not a master tier because it doesn't do anything spectacular. It is just a big and bulky, and there's no crazy gimmicks aside from maybe these things, which are fairly well articulated, but they have a tendency to kind of be hand grenades. But the only other real articulation is these weapons here, the doors for these missile pods here. There's missile pod doors underneath as well. So on this part here, you could pop those open. There's missile pods for when the Gundam is in place, and then these flaps kind of move, but not really. So yeah, you've got a few different little points of articulation, but really the whole thing ends up being a bit of a giant statue. But if you don't mind that on your shelf and you want something like this to really build up, like I'm a big Seed fan, so if you really want to like fill out your Gundam Seed collection, then this is a definite must-have. If you just like giant kits that are ridiculously large and they take up a huge amount of space, but they look really interesting on your shelf, this is also a fantastic kit. I'd love to see this kit done up in like different colors as well. I think that would be quite cool, like a custom paint job or something along those lines of this kit would be really interesting. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that normal rigmarole, and I will see you next week for, I think, my second to last video. Ooh, well, for this year at least. But yeah, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.